that Hump Day show. Let's fucking do it. Go! Show. Fuck yeah. It's Wednesday Hump Day. So we're going to do here on the Hump Day and kill it. Hope you guys had a good Tuesday. I had a pretty good time. Nothing major to announce. Something. Oh, we got an alternative slate of cats in here. So that's new. That's cool. Katana's in here somewhere. Hey, Katana. Come on, baby. Come say hello. What if I give him some treats? You got some treats? Come on. Yeah. Look what I got, everybody. What I got, Misty? Yeah. Not Misty. Cece. Remember Cece? Cece's back. Come on, Katana, with your fat ass. Come up here. Come on. Come on. There you go. Miss Katana back. Don't smack Katana. Be nice. Like, fuck you, Katana. You're not getting any treats. There you go, Miss Katana. Get them while the getting's good. Hell yeah. She got some out to see some new cats tonight on the world's greatest show. And I got my big monitor hooked back up. It was all flickering and shit because I'm still on the old computer. We're still doing old school tonight, folks. I haven't got the beast fixed yet, so, but at least I got new wiring for my big monitor here so I can see what's going on with this TV now. So that's an improvement. It's amazing, like, even when I had the beast hooked up to this thing, it still flickered from time to time, especially when the air conditioner cut on. It would blink on and off, which was shitty. But now it doesn't do any of that. I guess the technology for wiring has gotten much better the last year and a half. And so it's all fixed, so that's good. Nice. So anyway, got a decent show for you guys tonight. Gonna cover the beef I had last night with E at the top of the show. We do some Chud Watch, all of it. Got a pretty long, actually, after party tonight. So you're not going to miss that if you're a patron or you're a Dust Buddy. Hell yeah. But all right, let's go ahead and just kick it off and talk about the drama that happened last night. You guys are not watching the live shows. You're missing out on all the drama. What's wrong with you? This is the fucking place to be. Always, forever. I forgot to mention, super chats are on if you guys want to do the super chats. Super chats are the lifeblood of the show. And I read everything you say. Boom, over here. Yeah, over there by the chat. It's behind me. You'll see there's a dollar sign. You'll figure it out. You're smart. I have a generally smart audience. We'll test that theory in a minute. Anyway. So we're going to talk about the drama that happened last night with these. So those of you guys who've been watching my show for a long time know that E is probably the biggest donor I've ever had on this show. This show is completely user-supported. I don't make money off ads, really. I don't make money off any other way, except for if you guys like the art, you support it. And for the last five and a half years I've been doing this show, the number one donor still to this day is E. BBC, probably a close second. Some other people are catching up now because E hasn't donated in a couple months. But still, E has given me more money, kept the show afloat during the hard times more than anyone. And over the time that I've been doing the show, me and E became friends. E is a Dead Pirate. Started off with the name Elijah the Dead Pirate. I think now he goes by the Dead Pirate. And so every single night, donations from E would come up my super chats, and I started calling him E. Elijah the Pirate. I said, E, that's a cool nickname. E is that. I started that. And it was a fixture of the show. And then over time, we became friends, like in real life. He came through town a couple times, and we'd go hang out and do drugs. Ooh, drugs. I met his wife, met his kid, has a lovely family, and got along great. Super nice guy. Got nothing bad to say about him. And then the August 7th terrorist attack from Hamas on Israel happened, which I covered. You guys who watch the show know I covered that. And then the ethnic cleansing of the Palestinian people began. All the child murders, and I began covering that. And E messaged me and let me know in no uncertain terms that he was not on the side of the Palestinians. He is incredibly pro-Israeli. And gist of it is he pretty much thinks the Palestinians deserve to get wiped out. Anybody that's Muslim deserves whatever they get. And I just told him straight up, I think that's evil. I don't know where you're coming from with this. He explained his side, which I'm about to actually show you. The text that he sent me last night after the show. He explained to me his side, and I said, I don't agree with you at all. I'm not on board with any of that. That goes against everything I stand for. Anybody that knows me knows I would never be on board for child murder. It's ridiculous. So he's been missing for a while. He stopped, he let me know that he wasn't going to support the show anymore if I kept the Palestinian stuff up. And I'm not for sale. You guys know that. So I kept it up. Even harder, if anything. And so the money stops. Which, okay, now that's absolutely his right to not support anything he doesn't want to support. I'm on board with that. I totally understand. I would not want him to do that. So I just kept going with it. And he pretty much disappeared as a fixture on the show. And then he popped up last night on the show, and he was still an admin here. We have several admins that help us keep the riffraff out, the trolls out, and whatnot. He's a moderator. So he was basically, as I was showing videos of dead children and describing the body parts of dead children being blown everywhere, he was basically saying, well, blame Hamas. Hamas is 100% responsible for all this. Basically, Israel has no agency. They have absolutely no responsibility. They can bomb, they can kill, they can maim, they can ethnically cleanse, they can genocide anybody they want to, and zero blame is to be put on them. It's 100% Hamas. So I guess he's okay with murdering children that had nothing to do with it. I really wanted to ask him. I didn't ask him because I know it doesn't even matter, but is there anything that he could do personally, no matter how evil it was, that would justify somebody murdering his little daughter over it? Of course, he would say no. And he would say, I'm not justifying it, but he is. He was justifying it. So I kind of went off a little bit on him last night, and I told him that that's not acceptable, that you cannot use my platform to spread pro-genocide rhetoric, to spread things that are going to harm children. You can't do that. I built this platform up over 15 years. I take a lot of pride in my platform, and I simply cannot allow it to be used for that. So I unmoderated him, and I think somebody else booted him off after he was arguing with people, probably BBC. And so after the show went off last night, he sent me an email immediately that said, check your phone. So I checked my phone, and he had sent me a series of texts, which I'm going to share with you right now. So this is the conversation he and I had last night. He had some videos that he wanted me to show you guys to bolster his side of the case, and I told him that I would, so I am going to. So here we go. Oh, I gotta switch this over. It's still fucked up. Let me fix this real quick. I forgot to do this before the show started. Switch this over to this. Boom, there we go. Hell yeah. All right, nice. There's my handsome ass face. All right, and now let's move over to the bookmarks and move this over here. Sweet, done. I'll go ahead and make this big. Nope, that didn't work. It's not. I gotta make it, transform it to the fit the screen. There we go. All right, cool. So I don't know if you guys can read that or not, but I'll read it to you. It don't matter. I wonder if I can zoom in on it. It'd be too much of a pain in the ass to zoom on everything. All right, so here's what it says. First message she sent me last night. I missed your show on the atrocities of October 7th. Well, I don't know why you missed that, because I covered it, and I specifically showed one of the videos that you linked to me. And I said that I understand that this is an act of desperation by desperate people, but I am not ever on board with killing innocent people. If you attack military targets, even if you kidnap military people, I can understand that. But killing children, killing innocent people, I am not on board with. I think that's an act of terrorism. And I think there should be a police action, not from Israel, international police action. And anybody on both sides who was found to be kidnapping innocent people, killing innocent children, both the IDF, Israeli government, and also Hamas, both sides should be held completely accountable for all the terrorism they've done. I called it out. I showed it. I disavowed it. But this is a news program. I cover the current news, what's happening right fucking now. I'm not going to cover October 7th every fucking show. And children in Israel are not being bombed and maimed and murdered every fucking day like they are in Gaza, in Palestine. They're just not. They're safe in Israel. They're safer in Israel than I am right here in Mississippi. Far safer. 700 times safer. It's not even fucking close. So yes, as day after day goes by, then on my timeline, I see the dead bodies of Palestinian children. I cover the news, the current news. And so obviously I would cover that. If there were dead bodies of Israeli children every day, I would cover that. 100% I would. I would call that out. I would call for an end to that immediately, especially if it was my tax dollars being used to cause that, which is what's happening in Palestine. So his email says, I missed your show on the atrocities of October 7th. You know, when those babies were cooked in an oven, I actually don't know that. I know that they put out a lot of propaganda on the Israeli side about babies being beheaded and stuff. I didn't hear the oven one, but I'm not surprised. But like Israel has been caught time and time again. I know that you haven't really watched too much of my Palestinian coverage for whatever you kind of bailed on the show, but I've covered it in detail. They are liars. Incredible fucking liars. They put out propaganda, and you can't believe any fucking thing they say unless they put out a ton of verified information from outside sources that back it up. You know, when those babies cooked in an oven and one was actually crucified, those women were hacked to pieces. They filmed it on their phones and sent it to their parents. I also missed the show about all those deaths in the Sudan. Fuck Palestine and fuck you too, he said to me. And then the next one was, and give me my $40 back. I mean, you donated $40 to the show, and I read what you said. End of transaction. That's my job to do. Don't make excuses for me. I saw those videos. You didn't shed one tear for those babies. It's because I didn't see those videos. Clout chasing, virtue signaling ass, hypocrite ass bitch. I can't believe I supported you. You were cool when you hated on religion. Back when you were real, I took you the furthest you have ever been in the world. I guess it's talking about drugs. And so then and then he said, I feel like I'm talking to a wall. I hate this just as much as you do, but I'm a realist. I didn't make the rules, but I can see the bigger picture. Yes, this shit sucks. Cover the atrocities everywhere, not just this one. The Uyghur death camps in China, Sudan, Syria, and the slave bill camps. I mean, so even if I was only covering one thing, that's perfectly my right. I mean, you can pick a specific cause to cover. I can't cover everything in the world. If you want to cover different causes, make your own show, cover whatever you want to. But I am extremely interested in the Palestinian conflict because it's the most children and most innocent people being murdered quicker in any of these conflicts. And also, we're directly funding it. And we're going to the UN and vetoing, trying to stop it. We're backing them up in every way, my tax dollars. So I have a particular vested interest in this, which is why I cover it so much. He says, combat fucked me up, but I cried for those babies in Israel, those Uyghurs in China, those children in Sudan. I didn't think you had a rebuttal. There isn't one. Well, I didn't respond for like 10 minutes. So I responded. I was actually very pleasant, I thought. Very respectful. I said, I'll tell you what, email me videos of any videos you want me to show on my show, and I'll show them. I think a large part of what you're saying is not true, but if you can back it up with video evidence, I'll be happy to cover it. And I actually went and looked for these videos. First I went to ChatGPT and asked if they burned babies in ovens, and they sent the videos to their parents, and it told me, while it's true that according to the UN, there were 26 children killed on October 7th, which is fucking horrible. That I'm totally against. Everybody that was involved in that should pay the ultimate penalty from the law, which is what I said. But it also said that there's been a lot of propaganda, a lie spread about what happened. And I couldn't find the videos he was talking about. So that's what I said. Send me the videos. He said, you won't even look. I looked, and I was not able to find them. And he said, bullshit, I've seen them. They're terrible. And I said, okay, well, send them to me. I don't know where to find them. If you do send them to me, I'll cover it. To which he said, I think it's all dark web shit now. I didn't have a computer. I just have my phone. To which I'll respond, and he said, I got a friend, though. I'll get him to get them. He's a computer genius. And I said, why would they only be on the dark web when you can see all the videos of the Palestinian children being murdered on Twitter? And I said, all right, well, send them and I'll cover it. And he said, they were out there. I saw them. I don't know why they were scrubbed, because it didn't exist, because it was bullshit, because you're spreading propaganda and lies that I don't know if you're lying, or you think that you saw that, or you read about it, have a false memory, or you saw something else that wasn't related. I have no idea what you saw. You didn't send it to me. You never sent me any of these videos, so I can't just take your word for it. Most of Gaza shit is scrubbed and or blurred out after about a week. It's not. Every link I've ever shared to any dead child on Gaza, I can go show you right now. Every one of them. There's 1,000 pictures, 1,000 videos. Every one of them still up. And I said, sounds like bullshit to me, man. But once again, if you can find them, I'll cover it. I don't know what else to tell you. And he said, wow, what a piece of shit. What about Sudan, Saudi Arabia, all those other atrocities? That's just whataboutism, man. Clout chaser. Yeah, I've gained so many subscribers covering the Palestinian conflict, right? No, the ratings have dropped. People don't want to see it. People have bailed on me, just like you did. At least he didn't accuse me of doing it for the money, which would have been hilarious, since he specifically was my main donor, and he specifically stopped giving me money when I started covering this. Fuck you. You ain't shit. You didn't look. Fucking liar. I can't believe what a piece of shit you turned into. Okay, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. Like, I can't believe that I'm taking this amount of abuse simply because I don't want children to be murdered, but it's a fucked up, stupid, bizarro world, so what you gonna do? So then he sent me a link to a video. Boom, there we go. You gonna call these guys liar, but there are loads of these videos. So I'm like, okay, well, this is gonna be a video, I guess, of a child being burned in an oven, or something along those lines. I'm sure, right?
Hey, what is up, everybody?
Oops,
this
video.
is OL.
That's my video about car stereos. So I'm like, okay, I'll go watch this video. So it was this video.
We went in. The first house we saw.
So immediately it's two Zionists telling you what they claim happened. And he's an atheist. He knows that I don't believe anything religious extremists say, especially fucking Zionists. They lie when the truth would work better. Their word means less than shit to me. This is not video evidence. It's not what you said. This is two guys claiming something happened. These same people believe in, global floods and shit. The earth created in 6 days and whatnot. They believe nonsense. Obviously, I don't fucking believe these guys without further evidence. But anyway, let's see what they have to say.
Was a couple, father and mother, sitting there on the knees on the floor. They were on the knees. Now they were head down, hands tied to the back. On the other side of the dining room was a 7-year-old boy.
Amsterdam says, this is Yossi Landau from the organization called Zaka. His claims have already been debunked. I'm not surprised.
And the girl, I would say about 6 years old, sitting just against the parents, hands tied to the back, same position. The bodies were tortured. While now, start to use your imagination. Who was tortured before? Who saw if this was on purpose? If this was.
Let's just say every bit of what he's saying is true here. I don't believe it, not a word of it, but let's say 100% of it's true. Does that justify the murder of the 15,000 Palestinian children? Does that justify the destruction of all the infrastructure in Palestine? Does this justify the ethnic cleansing of the Palestinian people? Of course it doesn't. Of course, what somebody does is not the responsibility of somebody else, especially children who had nothing to do with it. They're not to blame. and murdering them is wrong. But the thing is I guarantee you, like, unfortunately, he doesn't care if this is true or not. He doesn't give a shit. He just thinks it's okay to murder Muslims. I'm going to show you. He's going to basically say that. He thinks Muslims are like cockroaches that need to be wiped out. And he doesn't care even if this is true, or it's not true. So he sent me that video, to which I responded. I literally don't believe anything Zionists say. They're literally religious extremists. I'm still looking for the actual videos. So then he sent me another video. And I'm like, all right, fine. It's going to be the children in ovens, surely, this time. So he sent me this video. And it's the video that I covered on October 7th. It's the video of Israel released a very little video of what's happened. They
a.m. on October 7th, and things are getting into...
made it classified, almost all of it. But you can see a few clips that they show over and over and over again, these very short clips.
Swing at the Nova
And they're the same clips I showed on October 7th of the attack happening.
We were having fun.
Of which I condemned.
Peace, love, good vibes.
Absolutely covered it on the day.
the north of the festival.
But there's nothing in the, nothing new in this. It's the same things I've already covered.
By examining over 50 videos of that morning and speaking to 12 survivors, CNN has established that Hamas surrounded the festival, blocking 3 approaches to the south, north and west, forcing people...
Once again, they were told ahead of time this is going to happen. The American government told them, along with a bunch of other governments, told them exactly the day it was going to happen, exactly where it was going to happen. They told them that they were going to have these parachute in there. And they didn't do anything, folks. So, ChatGPT says it wasn't on purpose. I don't know if you guys will believe ChatGPT or not, but I covered this. When it was live news, I covered it, and there's nothing new here. No babies in ovens, no, none of that. It's just the same footage we've already seen. Once again, condemn any innocent people being killed, especially fucking children. Everybody who did it should be held accountable. 100% of them. Exactly what I said on the day. So then he says, here's another fake video for you, to which I said, I covered the October 7th attack on my show. I showed a lot of this video. No one is claiming the October 7th attack didn't happen. So then he sent me 2 more links. So I'm like, okay, cool. These are clearly going to be children put in ovens and crucified that were sent to the parents. First one.
I feel very threatened. I'm afraid to go out on my own. My sons won't let me.
Is an anti-Muslim videos. Ireland is in full anti-immigration backlash in Ireland. This is just right-wing propaganda. Absolute tripe. The exact same thing Tim Pool will be sharing on his show.
Go out on my own.
Ireland's anti-immigration backlash has spiraled into countrywide unrest in recent months, after a sharp rise in the number of foreigners arriving onto its shores.
Unfortunately, I think Ireland is becoming the new Sweden.
So it's anti-Muslim hatred, propaganda. So then the second link he sent me was this one. How Denmark took a hard line on immigrants. Still no babies in ovens. No babies being crucified.
It's not all pastries and boat trips in the state of Denmark.
No new videos.
Okay, don't step in front of the camera.
That's why I didn't cover it.
There is something rotten going on here.
Okay, we'll see you later.
Could you please take the 700,000 Muslims from Denmark, just take them with you to your neighborhood in Australia?
All right, and so then he sent me a third link. Oh, finally, we're going to get it this time, folks. We're going to get the videos of the dead babies. France will become an Islamic country. Wow, this Muslim cleric startling prediction is going viral. So literally, it's all anti-Muslim chud bullshit. It has nothing to do with October 7th. It has nothing to do with the claims that he made. It has nothing to do with what he's trying to make me feel guilty for. It's Tim Pool Hour here. It's the same thing every right-wing show is playing on loop. So then, after he says that, he says, fuck them all. They are spreading like cockroaches. If the news can handle that power of the world, We can handle Iran. It's war. Plain and simple. I think what he meant to say was, if the Jews can handle that part of the world, we can handle Iran. It's war. Plain and simple. And then he said, if the Jews can handle that part of the world. Fuck Gaza. And he sent me another link. So I'm like, okay, this has got to be it. It's the last link he sent me, folks. This has got to be fucking the evidence that he promised me existed, that he chastised me for not covering. Here it is. Another propaganda video. This time from Instagram.
To admit that I was wrong. For months now, I've been outspoken in my support for the state of Israel and the Jewish people. And I've also been outspoken in support of the Palestinian people. While in Israel, I observed firsthand the havoc that was perpetrated against Israeli civilians. The sheer brutality that was laid upon them. The savagery, the barbarism.
All right, now do Gaza. Now do Palestine. It's a disproportionate response. Horrible terror attack. The babies in Gaza don't deserve to be murdered over it. Their infrastructure don't deserve to be destroyed. The college students don't deserve to have their colleges destroyed. The people don't deserve to have their hospitals bombed. It has nothing to do with them. You want to punish the terrorists, you punish the terrorists. You don't punish fucking everybody for what some other motherfuckers did. This is very simple morals, right? It's not complicated stuff.
I saw and experienced things.
Anyway, it's just Israeli propaganda. This guy is a paid stooge for Israel. He went over there. They paid his ass, and now he's making a propaganda video. But he doesn't care about any of this, folks. He doesn't care if this guy's telling the truth. He doesn't care if any of these people are telling the truth. He just hates Muslims. He's telling you himself right here. It's the next thing. After you see that video, fuck anything Muslim. It's a war of attrition. We can't win that kind of war. We must strike now. I hate it. I didn't start this shit. But I can see the truth. The internet isn't going to get rid of Islam. So keep crying for the people that want to take over the U.S. And then that's the video he sent. So, folks, I'm big on taking personal responsibility for things. And I've been preaching for years about how you are responsible for who you attract to you. I called PewDiePie out for it when he had tons of white supremacists and Nazis in his fan base. All the top comments, the first 1,000 were from white supremacists, people saying the N-word. And I chastised him for that. And I told him that you are partially responsible. You can repel people like that. And you attract people like that by your actions, by what you put out there. But I honestly have no idea what I put out there that would have attracted this to me. I've been racking my brain, but I don't know what I ever said that would have ever made you think I would have been on board with this. Even in the fucking slightest. I'm literally trying to do soul searching. I made that video, if you're a Muslim, you're retarded. Where I called Muslims retarded over and over again, but I took it down. I think what I said in that video, except for using the word retarded over and over again, was pretty true, but I took it down because I don't want anybody to go out and abuse Muslim people just because they're Muslims. I have no problem if they're trying to spread Islam, push back extremely fucking hard, mock the shit out of them. I'm all on board with that. But to think that I would ever be on board with killing anybody because of their ideology, I just don't know how I attracted that to myself, much less my #1 donor on the show. I went on vacation with E. He took me to my first music festival. He took me to a Grateful Dead concert. I spent a week in his bus. He paid for the whole thing. I just don't know what I would have done, but obviously I need to reassess what I'm putting out there. Because I have failed in some way. But I will re-examine everything and try to figure out what I did wrong and try to ensure that I don't attract people like this anymore. Because it hurts me thinking that someone with this kind of mentality who does not give a shit about murdered children would think I would be on board with that shit. It bothers me real bad. And to think that they're the ones who funded the show, who kept the show afloat during the lean times, it bothers me. And I'll work on it. I promise I'll work on it, folks. Some people ask me if they think that he's my handler. Like, that's way too conspiratorial for me. They suggested that maybe Israel is hiring people like him to befriend social media influencers, because he has befriended a couple other social media influencers that I know about, and try to kind of guide what they're saying, control what they're putting out there. I don't think that's true. That's way too out there for me. What I really think is I think the military just fucked him up. He was over in Beirut, and I think he probably saw some real bad things. I think he was probably engaged with some really bad Muslim people, of which there are a lot of really shitty, evil Muslims out there, because they're humans. And like all humans, there are really shitty, evil people of all stripes. I don't doubt that he had some interactions, some battles, probably watched his friends get killed by some really horrible, horrible terrorists. And this has made him hate in a way that's so illogical, so unhelpful, that he just cannot get over it. And like, I have no idea. Maybe he did some stuff that he can't live with unless he dehumanizes these people. Maybe he can't close his eyes and sleep at night unless he paints the people that he did these things to as such horrible, evil monsters that he has somehow justified, somehow the greater good was done, and it allows him to live with himself. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But I do believe in redemption. I believe that whatever you have done, you can change. You don't have to be haunted by your past. You don't have to be haunted by the nightmares of the things you've done, as long as you change. As long as you're not the same person that you were then you don't have to have the same guilt about it. But the way to redemption is to realize what you've done wrong and to work to make amends for it, to admit it, and to do your best to fix it, and then to try as hard as you possibly can not to be that person anymore. And I truly believe redemption is for everybody. And like, I hope he comes around. I hope he realizes that what he's putting out there is evil. It's not going to win you a lot of friends. All it's going to do is make you more of a social pariah. It's going to make you more isolated. And I don't want that for you, because I've met he. He is such a good dude. He's a nice, nice guy. Loving guy. Has a daughter that loves him to the moon and back. Good father. And I do not want bad things for him. So, like, I hope my words mean something. Maybe they won't. Maybe they won't. Maybe he'll just hate me. Maybe he'll call me more names. I don't know. But, like, all I can do is put it out there, man. I love you. I don't agree with what you're doing. I think it's horrible. I think it's evil. I think you're adding to the ills of the world. You're not helping things. You're adding to it. I really do with this shit. But I think overall, you've been a really good dude. And I think you can get past this. And I don't think this has to define you. And I really hope that, you know, maybe like you come around someday and we can be friends again. And that's all I can say about it. And all right, as we're talking about Palestine, let's go ahead, move on to a very, very short raise your power fist, free Palestine section. Another night of horrific bombing of the Palestinian people. Israeli warplanes bombed a home in Baraj refugee camp, central Gaza. A number of injuries and martyrs are reported. Trigger warning. I just don't know how you can watch this and you can say the people who are responsible for it don't have any responsibility. That murdering that child right there is not their fault. While they sit over in Israel completely safe. Other than the terrorist attack on October 7th, they are very safe over there. This is not a war. This is an extermination. And the exterminators deserve the blame for what they're doing. And the people who are funding it deserve the blame for funding it. That's me and you. Well, if you're in America anyway. I'm sorry for showing you that, folks, but we need to see it. Meanwhile, not surprising, Israel reportedly used fake social media accounts to garner support from U.S. lawmakers on the Gaza war. The Israeli government mounted an influence campaign to target U.S. lawmakers and the general public with messaging to gain their support for its conduct in the war in Gaza, the New York Times reported Wednesday. Citing four unnamed officials, the Times report said the campaign was carried out by Stoic, a political marketing firm in Tel Aviv, on the orders of the Israeli Ministry of Diaspora Affairs. The campaign reportedly relied on hundreds of fake accounts posing as real Americans, which posted pro-Israel content on multiple social media platforms, including X, Facebook, and Instagram. The fake accounts specially focused on black Democrat lawmakers, like House Majority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, Democrat New York, and Senator Raphael Warnock, Democrat Georgia, and made posts urging them to continue funding Israel's war effort. According to the Times, the campaign remains active on X and relies on content generated using OpenAI's chatbot ChatGPT. This is why I don't ever argue with Zionists or anybody that posts. It's an immediate block. All they're trying to do is distract you. All they're trying to do is waste your time. There is no reason. Even if they were real, I wouldn't argue with them. But I 100% don't argue with them because I know this is what's happening, folks. There's no reason to it. Don't let them waste your time. They don't deserve a reply, a response. Fuck them. Even if they are real, social ostracization.
We hate war.
And then from the fucking irony files, typical Zionist for you here, folks.
We hate war because we love life.
Just one final question.
Yeah.
You've come up here, looked at binoculars into some northern Gaza here.
Yeah.
What, I think I got the impression it's the first time you'd seen it.
It is.
What was your thoughts when you saw what's left of it?
On the one hand, happy. On the other hand, disappointed. I expected to see more destruction.
Yeah, I love life. But kill them all. That's their mindset, folks. They're the good guys somehow. It's 1984 all the time in their fucking brains. Meanwhile, our own government. Journalist asking the White House spokesperson. So the government of the state of Israel is signed up to the proposal that there could be a permanent end to the hostilities and Hamas still is in existence in a meaningful way? And they're like, no. They're lying. They're trying to pretend like Israel wants to do a ceasefire with Hamas. But Israel's sticking point is that Hamas has to completely surrender, which Hamas obviously is never going to do. So they don't actually want a ceasefire in any way. It's all fucking complete goddamn bullshit. Every word solid. Basically what they want is a surrender. They want a complete and total surrender. They can say how they want to. If they release the hostages, then this will be over, but that's not true. They want Hamas to surrender. Hamas is mostly not even in Palestine anymore. And obviously they're not going to surrender, so they're going to keep killing innocent people until the terrorist organization surrenders, which they know they're never going to do. So it's never-ending war.
So when you mentioned the president's remarks, which included the idea that as long as Hamas lives up to its commitment, there could be, and I quote, the cessation of hostilities permanently. And you say that is an Israeli proposal. So the government of the state of Israel is signed up to a proposal that there could be a permanent end to hostilities and Hamas still in existence in a meaningful way.
No. They are signed up to an agreement that leads to a permanent cessation of hostilities, but with a number of provisions that have to be negotiated to get there at the end of the phase.
But if the provisions...
But I say, I'm not going to negotiate all those provisions.
So provisions they know is never going to happen. So this is the way to claim that Israel wants peace. They want to stop to the war. But they're putting things out there they know is never going to fucking happen because they don't actually want that at all.
In public, I talked about this a good deal yesterday, about the fact that one of the principles the secretary outlined in Tokyo in November is that there cannot be continued rule of Hamas in Gaza after October 7th. I'm sorry, after the end of this conflict, and that's what we're committed to.
No, but I understand that, but if the provisions required would be the dissolution of Hamas, why would Hamas sign up to get that ball rolling?
Because they don't want to see continued conflict, continued Palestinian people dying.
Yeah, we're going to keep killing the Palestinian people unless you guys surrender. You better surrender. We're going to murder more innocent people. Oh, you're evil. You're evil for not surrendering and stopping us from murdering all these people.
They don't want to see war in Gaza. They want to see reconstruction of Gaza. Now, look, I will grant you one thing. I said this to Matt yesterday. It may be that Sinwar decides that he is safe in a tunnel and his interests have diverged.
Right. They're completely safe. The top guys, they're not going to fucking surrender so you guys can kill them.
From the people of Gaza. And so he's not willing to agree to a ceasefire, and he's not willing to look at this proposal and say it requires good faith negotiations to get from phase
the murders will continue until you guys have a better attitude, I guess.
1 to phase 2. So I'm not going to accept it because I'm safe and I don't have any interest in the Palestinian people who continue to suffer the ravages of war. But I will say, if you look at the deal that's on the table, it is manifestly in the interest of the Palestinian people, is manifestly in the interest of the Israeli people, is manifestly in the interest of the world. And so that's why we'll continue to push for it. And if Hamas really does represent the interests of the Palestinian people, as they say over and over, it's without a doubt that they'll take this deal.
Thank you very much.
Yes, they're never going to take the deal. That's the whole point. You don't want them to take the deal. And then directly on the Department of State's X account, the world should know, the Palestinian people should know that the only thing standing in the way of an immediately ceasefire today is Hamas, is the complete surrender of Hamas, which is never going to happen. But the good thing is everybody's calling them out. Literally everybody paying attention knows this is complete bullshit. Israel has refused to accept any deal that leads to lasting peace without dismantling Hamas. But then who dismantles the Israeli military, responsible for 50 times as many deaths? You're lying again. The only thing standing in the way of immediate ceasefire today is Hamas. The world should know that the State Department is lying again. Yeah, Netanyahu reportedly tells MKs there are gaps between Israel's proposal and terms presented by Biden. Of course there are. Dude, we all have ears and eyes. Non-star Netanyahu says no permanent Gaza ceasefire until Hamas destroyed. It's so bizarre how the U.S. is literally a spokesperson for the state of genocide. So odd. Israel literally rejected the deal. Lying scum, but that's what they do. They don't work for us, folks. They literally work for a foreign government, and their job is to lie to us, and that's the Biden administration. Meanwhile, shocker, Biden softens his criticism of Netanyahu again. This guy is such a weak fucking pussy. There's never been a bigger bottom bitch than goddamn Joe Biden. Loves taking that Israeli dick. So he likes to pretend every once in a while that he's Breaking Bad, that he's calling out Netanyahu for something. So Biden told Time Magazine in the interview conducted on May 28, there is every reason for people to draw the conclusion that Netanyahu is prolonging the war for his own political self-preservation, as Netanyahu faces threats from right-wing members of his cabinet to quit and dissolve the government if he agrees to a ceasefire deal that could ultimately end the war. He's also facing corruption trial and prison. That's what he said on May 28th. Later Tuesday, responding to a reporter who asked if Netanyahu is playing politics with war during an unrelated White House press conference, Biden said, "I don't think so. He's trying to work out a serious problem he has." So, yep. Flip-flopped immediately. "I'm sorry, BB. I'm sorry. Can I suck your toes? Can I suck your toes, BB?" Just spineless, worthless fucking Joe Biden. Israeli zombie. Does not work for us. Meanwhile, look at this fucking queen. Holy shit. Talking about a ridiculously photogenic. Police arrest dozens of pro-Palestinian demonstrators for trespassing after they occupied the lobby of a San Francisco building that houses the Israeli consulate. Police zip-tied the hands of protesters, put them in police vans, and drove them away. Thank you, Queen. Heroes. We should sing about your legends in folk songs. And lastly, apparently, Israel has called up 50,000 additional reserve troops in preparation for a possible war with Hezbollah. So yeah, endless war, World War III. They're trying to drag us into it. I guess a lot of us got to die. I guess we're going to have to pay trillions for Israel's right to murder children. I guess that's where we're headed, folks. Super cool. And you know Joe Biden ain't going to save us. And you know Donald Trump ain't going to save us. And you know the Democrats ain't going to save us. And the Republicans ain't going to save us. Nobody going to save us from it except for ourselves. Except if we get angry. If we get tired of being butt-fucked then maybe we can do something about it. But I ain't hold my goddamn breath, and that's my Free Palestine section for tonight. Possible war, yep. More war. Jesus fucking Christ, please, no. I'm on your side. I'm doing everything I can to stop it. Well, not everything. I did pay my taxes, so I'm not going to jail. But I honestly think that my efforts are best spent on this show putting the spotlight on this stuff than rotting in a jail cell. So, cashing them APEC checks, yep. More money given to Joe Biden from Israel than any other candidate in history. That's where we're at right now. Start building underground. I don't think that's going to work. Roving gangs will just come and take your shit from you if the apocalypse hits. And all right, folks. Gonna read all the super chats at halftime right after this. Beyond Parody. And this is one that went around everywhere, folks. It has a disappointing end. I'm just gonna spoil it for you right away. But massive congratulations to the amazing Jenny Watson. Apparently this TERF, which is a short for trans exclusionary radical feminists. These are lesbians and feminists who hate trans people. Apparently she has created a lesbian dating app that uses facial recognition to exclude trans women from matching with biological females. Oh my. The first dating app for lesbians is set to launch using a sex recognition technology to exclude trans women and ensure only biological females can sign up. It is the brainchild of feminist campaigner Jenny Watson, who says there are currently no dating apps which cater purely for women who want same-sex relationships. The current crop of dating apps, as she says, are increasingly being used by males who identify as females, who say they too are lesbian. Yeah, this is a solution looking for a problem. Most lesbians are pro-trans, right? They support trans rights. Not a whole lot of TERFs, and also not a whole lot of trans women using dating sites to try to fool lesbians, right? This is just stupid, ridiculous, nothing but trans panic, and she's trying to cash in on it. And then this came out right after, folks. The claim on this post is they use her own program. What the fuck is this? Did they remove it? They removed it. It was deleted by the person who originally posted. All right, well, fuck. God damn it. They ruined it. Anyway, they use her own program to find out what it would say about her, and her own program declared that she was trans. It was hilarious, but it turned out it wasn't real. I guess that's why they deleted it. It turned out it was a parody, which I was going to show you. Here it is right here, folks. This is what they released. It said that she was a man, 98.51 confident, but it was like just a fake. And everybody was spreading it. It had like hundreds of thousands of likes. Everybody was laughing at her, making fun of her, but it turns out it was fake. The Watson post is fake. It is not her app, and the result isn't even true. So if you saw that, it wasn't real. It was a parody. I'm glad I didn't spread that. I would be embarrassed later if somebody said, hey, you spread bullshit. I'd be like, God damn it, I got fooled. And then, folks, speaking of beyond parody, Mexico now deporting Americans. Oh my God, let's listen.
Mexico is now deporting Americans back to the US because they're fed up. So recently, people in Mexico have been complaining because there's been an increased amount of Americans moving to Mexico without documentation. This has been causing inflation in Mexico since Americans usually don't pay any tax, and they pay in US dollars, so prices have been going up. Just in the past 60
Go back to where you came from.
days, there's been over 240,000 immigrant apprehensions, and over 7,000 of them have been deported so far. The reason people are fleeing from the US to Mexico is because they can't afford to live in America anymore, and
quit voting Republican.
In Mexico, the US dollar has a lot more value and can go a longer way. However, because of this, people in Mexico are also feeling like Americans have been colonizing in a lot of parts of Mexico. And for locals, it's been a struggle since businesses have been naturally raising prices in response to this. People in Mexico are saying this is decreasing the quality of life over there, and everyone using pesos now having to pay more to buy anything. But now the president of Mexico is allegedly starting to take action against all the people who are coming over to Mexico illegally, and he's deporting people back to America more than any other time in history.
Damn, haha! Turnabout is fair play. Oh, how the turns have tabled. And that don't be on parody. Folks, I don't know if this is real or not. It's so hard to tell. It's so hard. Now with AI music making songs that are undetectable now. So I cannot tell you if this is a parody. That's the crazy world we live in, but I think this might be real. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you a brand new pro-Trump video called The Chosen One.
He gets in trouble bigly time after time. He's controversial, but one thing is true. Imperfect people, a perfect God can use. I'm standing with the chosen one.
I am the chosen one.
Ain't no stopping what the Lord's begun. He's only human, like you and me. Just a chosen one.
Somebody had to do it.
This great nation is under attack, and its real leader has arrows in his back. So many greet him with Judas kiss, but God gave us a warrior for such a time as this. I'm standing.
That's it, folks. I can't stand no more. But that was horrible. That was just fucking shit. What do you guys think? Real or fake? Real or fake? I think it's real, but damn. Terrible. And then, folks, speaking of people who can't sing worth the shit, it's tranny seaman Joey Marinero. And before he became a right-wing influencer, douchebag, shithead, worst among us. And I don't know if he has the toupee here. He wears this really shitty toupee now. Maybe this is before he got the toupee. Probably a toupee right there, I'm guessing. But anyway, before he became a right-wing influencer, he was a wannabe R&B singer. I am not making this up. Here is his audition tape, Mago Records, Joey Marinero, and his hit song, Desire.
Feel your desire. I've had my share of all these men bashing women. People raising their babies up with hate all in them. It wasn't every man who did you wrong. So I gotta be every man that you're placing the blame on. I know you need somebody to lift you up higher. Don't be getting all bitter, baby.
Okay, I can't stand it no more. I can't stand it no more. Good God. So that's why I became a right-wing grifter. There's always money in the right-wing grift. If you don't have any talent, if you're a wannabe performer, become a chud. Worship Trump. You'll make tons of fucking money. That's what the world rewards. And last but not least, on Beyond Parody, let's click on the random headline generator. All right, what we got here? Remote Amazon tribe finally connects to the internet, only to wind up hooked on porn and social media. Ooh, I'll allow it. All right, let's read this one, folks. The reclusive tribe in the Amazon finally got hooked up to the internet, thanks to Elon Musk. I knew it was Elon's fault. Only to be torn apart by social media and pornography addiction, elders complain. Brazil's 2,000-member Marubu tribe has been left bitterly divided by the arrival of the Tesla founder's Starlink service 9 months ago, which connected the remote rainforest community along with the Tui River to the web for the first time. When it arrived, everyone was happy, Sanama Marubo 73 told the New York Times. But now, things have gotten worse. I doubt. Way better. You guys got porn. Congratulations. Young people have gotten lazy. No one wants to work anymore. Everybody wants to fap. Because of the internet, they're learning the ways of the white people. Fucking white people. God, I hate white people. Why do white people exist? The Marubo are the Chas tribe, who even frown upon kissing in public. Well, it's time you guys got with the times. That sounds like sexual oppression. But our friend old Marubo, all Marubo use the same last name. Well, that's bullshit. You guys got to use different last names. It's too confusing. Said he is anxious that the arrival of the service, which delivers super fast internet to far-flung corners of the planet and has been billed as a game changer by Mr. Musk. Is this a commercial for Starlink? could upend standards of decorum. Alfredo said many young Marubo men had been sharing porn videos in group chats. Why would you have to share porn? It's all over the internet. It's all free. And he has already observed more aggressive sexual behavior in some of them. We're worried young people are going to want to try it. Yeah, they want to fuck. Everybody wants to fuck. Internet ain't making people want to fuck. Nature is. He said of the kinky sex acts they've suddenly been exposed to on screen, everyone is so connected that sometimes they don't even talk to their family. Good. We're saving you from having to talk to your shitty family. Now you guys have access to a better quality of people. Enjoy it. So anyway, cool, super cool. Exactly what you expected. No shocker here, folks. And that is my Beyond Parody. And folks, I have a Patreon site. Hell yeah, it's time for me to shill for it. If you click on the video you're watching right now, you'll see me, obviously. And the very first link, it says more, and the first link of that's Patreon. You click on that, boom, member, become a member. Could you guys please consider becoming a member of my Patreon? Not only do you support the world's greatest show and the work I do here and my animal sanctuary, but you also get exclusive content, hundreds of hours of after parties, including tonight's after party. And I gotta say, the after party, even better than this main show. I cover all the topics that don't fit into categories of the show. It's a hodgepodge of some of the most interesting stuff on the net, and you can get it for a very low price, as low as $1, but hopefully you'll donate more. I'm not greedy. If you only got $1, fine, but more is better, and you'll feel better about yourself, and I'll think better about you and love you more. So bye-bye, love, Patreon. Thank you for your time. And all right, let's read the super chats real quick. Plenty of show to go. If you bail out, please hit the like button before you go, but don't go anywhere because we're only halfway done with the show. We got a bunch of good shit coming up. So stay seated, folks. And let's see if I can get this shit to work better tonight. Let me see if I can get it to work better. Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. All right, BBC. Sorry everything went sideways was the E. It's your fault, BBC. I think we all blame you. I hope he finds himself some peace and gets really good psychologists to help him work out his issues. Anyway, love you all. Here's some kitty cash. Hey, appreciate you, BBC. Hope you don't ever turn on me. Psh, got my eye on you, BBC. And Rebecca Boyce, $2. Awesome, Rebecca Boyce. Thank you in advance for what I'm sure is to be another great show. Hell yeah. E spouse the same side as BS that some of my family members do. It is like a disease of the mind. It's crazy. It's bloodthirsty, genocidal, murderous nonsense. No clue how anybody justifies it. Dave! $100 New Zealand. Fuck yeah! Taxman thinks I work enough to get a rather nice refund. Sure, no one tell him. Hell yeah, thank you. I still owe a lot of taxes. That Taxman does not feel the same way about me. So thank you for helping me pay off my tax bills so they don't take my house and my cats. Love you, Dave. Hero of the show. Everybody, heap love on Dave. Dave is awesome. Dave is great. Dave is from New Zealand. Dave's the best. That's my little Dave song. And Jason Ashby, 5 socialisms from hero Jason Ashby. Big love to you. Django, I saw Furiosa today. It was awesome. Yeah, I can't believe it bombed. I'm looking forward to coming out where I can legally purchase it on the internet. Wink. Agent Orange 25. Woohoo. Sorry about E, Dusty. Once again, your fault. It's really fucking tough losing friends, especially when they come out with such extreme worldview. It's really ironic how he can say Muslims are extremists while having a very similar mindset. Yeah, that's very extreme, thinking they deserve to be killed because of their ideology they were born into. Like I said, I can't imagine who would feel the same way about his own children. Like he could do anything or believe anything or teach her anything that would justify her death. But it's a double standard, right? It seems kind of racist, to be honest with you. It seems super fucking racist, but not even kind of. A whole lot. But thank you, Agent Orange. You rock. Love you. UA, what's up, UA? There is no money on the left, nor is there Clout. Free Palestine. Yep, I have lost so much money by being true to myself, by speaking my mind about the way I really feel. And I don't know what you're going to do. It's all good. You guys have supported the show. I've been doing this show as my full-time job for 6 years now. And I don't have a giant audience. I'm not making a killing, but I'm still plugging along. And so I'm happy. And it's all because of you guys, and I really appreciate it. And awesome people like Catalina Gearbox. Israel, Hamas, screw them both. This is about innocent people dying. True story. Everybody's committed crimes should be tried and held accountable for them. Mort Beard, Biden Harris 2024. We have to save ourselves. Yeah, hey, if you're pro-Biden, or you're not, maybe not even pro-Biden. You just understand that, unfortunately, it's better if he wins over Trump. There's like some good news on that front we're going to cover at the end of Chud Watch. So stay tuned. And thank you, Catalina. And Morton Beard, also, you rock. $5 Q4S. Sorry, I can't usually catch you live. Been watching you afterwards, though. Love everyone in chat. We all love you, Q4S. Look forward to see you on the replay. Parker Wire. Whoa, Dust Buddies. Hell yeah. What's up, Parker? How you doing tonight? Lyseco. OFI vet with PTSD doesn't excuse genocide. Nope, nothing excuses that. No excuses. But he told me not to make excuses for him, so I won't. Jason Ashby get to five more socialisms from Hero King. Jason Ashby, love you, J.A. V. Little donation until payday. Stay amazed, Dusty. It all adds up. Thank you, V. Dave, 20 more from Dave. If Dusty is a POS, then we are all damn proud to be a POS particles. Hell yeah, poop particles. You're my dirty, sexy poor. Except for you, Dave. You're a hero. If you give me money, you're a hero. But if you don't give me money, dirty, sexy poor. Not as good, but still dirty and sexy. So it's okay. D. Harrelson, we got you, Dusty. You do, D, and I appreciate you. It means a lot. Thank you guys for your support. Nick Maestersa. Nailed it. $20. It's about feelings. A video of a man saying something they believe is equal to evidence because they feel that facts are a video of God. They don't even believe it, though. Like, I don't even believe he believes any of that shit. He just doesn't care. He thinks they deserve to be killed because they're Muslims. He thinks there's some kind of worldwide war going on, and they're going to come wipe us all out if we don't wipe them out first, which is 100% a self-fulfilling prophecy, because if they believe that we believe that, what are they going to do? Well, they think that we're going to wipe them out So, I mean, they're going to try to wipe us out so we don't wipe them out. So we have to wipe them out first before they wipe us out, right? Instead, you need peace, love, a little mocking. Can't we all get along? Is my show still on? I saw a light blink. Hopefully my show is still going on. If you guys can see me, say something right now. Say Dusty is awesome or Dusty sucks. Dusty is poop. Somebody let me know you can hear my words right now. I'm going to keep going like you can. Yes, all right, good. Cool. Some help since E stopped helping. We got your back, Dusty. He's such a jerk. I mean, I don't even want to talk shit about him. That's the weird thing. I spent a week with him, and he was nice to everybody. He helped everybody. He has a lot of friends. He was very good to me. I just feel bad about the whole thing, you know? I know I shouldn't feel bad about it, but I do. Thank you, Mama Bear. Maximus, $10. Kitty party at the end, just for you, Maximus. Appreciate you. Paul Jeffries, 50. Very generous. So generous, I'm going to say it in my sexy voice. Good riddance to eat. We got you, Dusty. And hell yeah, I got you, Paul Jeffries, with your sexy ass. Thank you, Paul. You rock. Broke out the sexy voice just for you. Janelle, $20. You are one of the few people that I have followed since you started and have stayed true to your beliefs, and I respect you for that more and more every time I watch Free Palestine. Yeah, Free Palestine. I've been on 15 years, folks. People are like, Dusty, that's why you ain't getting no traction. I mean, Macho ain't like doing gangbusters or nothing, but I have been doing YouTube as my fourth job for 15 years, and I've been doing this show for like 6 years. So, I mean, it's not that bad. And BBC, 5 socialisms. Hell yeah. Thank you, BBC. Thank you, Janelle. Once again, you rock. Mitchell Guide, 10. What up, Mitchell Guide? How you doing tonight? You are also awesome. Everybody, big love to Mitchell Guide and BBC. And Unfriendly Atheist, too. All you guys who got those free memberships, show up at tonight's after party. Now you have access. Check the community section of YouTube for the link to the after party. We got all kinds of stuff to cover tonight. It's another 15 to 30-minute show I do after this show, and it rocks. So be sure to come join out and hang with us. Good on you for sending away your principles rather than your pay pigs, Dusty. Hey, at least I can sleep at night. It's all good. And thank you, Sis Fantastic. It means a lot. D. Harrison, upgrade to PTL heroes. That's the way you do it, D. Now you're a superhero. You rock. Veldrin, get a 10. Hell yeah, 10 more. Oh, so much love and socialism in the chat tonight. I'd love to see it. All you guys better be giving all these people your love and show up, hang out with them at the party. It's for the special people. Mitchell God, $20. Up my Patreon pledge to $100. What? That is, wow. That is way generous, Mitchell. Holy shit. It's sad to see E go down the other rabbit hole, but my own father joined the Trump cult in 2016. And after 2020, he's been consuming far-right conspiracy theories. Heartbreaking. Yeah, like, Everything he was sending me is basically just chud propaganda. Why would he like the show so much? I mean, I know that I'm an anti-theist, but I don't know what kind of vibes I was giving out that makes you want to give me. And he gave me like, one time he gave me like a half a pound of weed, dudes. He gave me so much stuff. He was so good to me. Like he's been better to me than my family has. Just, I don't get it. Anyway, thank you, Mitchell God. Grassy Doe, you failed to be a Zionist show. Congratulations. Yep, congratulations. I failed successfully. Another 20 from Jason Ashby. You rock, Jason. Appreciate you. A lot of them tonight. You guys are really making me feel good tonight. E's speech skill wasn't high enough for you, Dusty. He didn't roll high enough. Another 50 from Dave. The deal America put forward was actually pretty much what Hamas put forward months ago and Israel rejected. But hey, why have facts fuck with bullshit? Yep, exactly. It's almost exactly the same deal. And now they pretend like it's Israel's idea when Israel's rejecting it right now. It's all bullshit. It's all gaslighting all the fucking time. Appreciate you. You rock, Dave. And Super Bowl Joe. No, missed one. Agent Orange, here's to getting the beast back up and running so we can continue to see Dusty's dark AI images. Yep, I'm working on it. I got to get busy on it tomorrow on my day off, but I'm going to try to see if I can get it better. And if not, I got to take it in somewhere. And thank you, Agent Orange. It really helps. You rock. And Super Bowl Joe, $50. There's a bunch of them. Nice. All right, scroll up. Holy shit. Wow. All right, Super Bowl Joe. He turned out to be a crappy person, it seems. As a proud atheist and anti-theist, it angers me when my beliefs are used as an excuse to hate Muslims, free Palestine. Yeah, hell no. I think Islam is awful. I think Islam makes people more primitive. I think it holds them back. I think it makes your life way fucking worse. But I don't think you should be killed for it. And I definitely don't think your children should be killed for it. Insanity thinking otherwise. And thank you, Super Bojo. It's very generous, even if your money is Canadian. And Agent Orange, you get a 5. Thank you, Agent Orange. Chris Clock, 10. Oh, my God. So much love in the chat tonight. Everybody better show up to the after party. Everybody pretty much got a free membership. You guys are so cool. Anita Wood, 99. Only one baby was killed on 10/7 during Crossfire. Okay. Chat GPT said that it was 26 children. I don't know. Sam Harris worked hard to disguise Muslim bigotry as attacking bad ideas. I think anti-Muslim sentiment will linger in the atheist community. That's why I don't have any connection to the atheist community anymore. They turned out to be a big fucking disappointment, every one of them. Fuck the atheist community. I'm still an atheist, but I ain't having no association with that bullshit. Nap trapped, says Rex Ablett. Nap trapped under my 3-week-old baby girl as I listen to the show. You can't move. You have to stay there forever now. Indoctrinate them young guys, say, hoping her first word is chud, chud. Whoa, she got to sing it to her. Thank you, Rex. Dave, 20, another bunch of socialism. What up, man? It's so awesome tonight. You guys are really picking up the slack from E, and it means a lot. Thank you, Dave. Save Cully, Samuel Cully, $2. Thank you, Samuel. Appreciate you. John Bless, what up, John? $5. Sad about either situation. I felt nothing but love and also made friends here. We have one of the best communities, and that's what I've been so proud of. I used to be so embarrassed by my community, and I've been so proud of them. And that's why when I have somebody like that who's been like one of my main founders of the show have takes like that, it's just bizarre to me. Super Bowl Joe, $10. After hearing Dusty's insightful comments about Ian Redemption, I'd like to rescind my crappy person comment. Redemption is for everyone. Yes, I've always thought that. It's for fucking everyone, but you have to work on yourself. You have to own up to what you've done and try to fix the best way you're able to your past wrongs. And if you do that, then redemption, man. Sleth Abroad, last but not least, is probably your anti-government stuff that Venn diagrammed the two of you. Semites are anyone speaking Hebrew, Arabic, or Aramaic. Muslims are Semites. I'm true. Killing the Palestinian people is about as anti-Semitic as you can possibly get. Thank you, Seth. And Hugh Allen, 10 pounds. Screw racists. Apologists for war criminals. Don't join the army. It messes you up. Yeah, that's what I think, too. I think you got fucked up in the army, in the military. There's a reason I never joined the military, and that's because I don't take orders. Even if somebody's paying me, I'm not going to fucking take your order. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to do what I feel is right. I'm going to follow my conscience, and whatever happens, fucking happens. And that is my super chats. Let's move on to the. Oh, already showed you guys. Let's move on to the next section. It's time for some. Oh, if you want to get your super chats in, you can get them in. I'm gonna read the rest of it at the end of the show. But for now, it's time for.
Talking about should watch. We talk about should.
And then what do we do? And then what we do? Woo! You already knew it. And first off, on tonight's should watch. 50 Cent out there trying to get some venereal disease. I don't know what that dude's problem is. So he was supporting Trump a long time ago. I don't know why he's there. He's there for some bullshit reason, but he ain't got no problem taking pictures with shitty people. And they asked him who he's supporting this president, and he wouldn't say, which means Trump. You know he is. Rich assholes, regardless of what their background is, don't want to have to spend an extra dime in taxes. So what do they have to do? Back the worst people. Meanwhile, Trump out here just outwardly promoting the swamp. Trump says, today we launched Swamp the Vote. Holy shit. USA. Whether you vote absentee, by mail, early in person, or on election day, we will secure your vote. Just vote. They are all good options. The way to win is to swamp them with the votes. Yep. The swamp just got 10 feet deeper, apparently. And I guess he's on board with mail-in voting and shit. He realized last time demonizing mail-in voting worked against him. Basically, he doomed himself, and he's now trying to correct that. But swap the vote. A little bit too much in the nose there for me, Trump. But hey, I guess it doesn't matter. You can literally say anything. And meanwhile, over on Fox News, they're calling all of us who are making fun of Trump for claiming he never said lock her up, even though video evidence in spades exists of him doing just that. Apparently, we are single-celled brainiacs. No, what exactly does he say? We are single-cell amoeba level intelligence. Even worse. Let's hear his amazing argument.
You also brought up the whole thing where I know Ron DeSantis came out and said Donald Trump did not lock up Hillary Clinton like he promised. He didn't prosecute her like.
Right, he lied. He was just pandering to you guys. He didn't actually care about any of that anyway. He'll literally say anything to get elected. And also, there was probably nothing that he had to lock her up for because they didn't have any evidence of any crimes that she committed that were worthy of locking her up. So, thank you. Yeah, Ron DeSantis was right.
Like he should. Now, you guys brought that up to him again. Would he this time? Watch.
I beat her. It's easier when you win. And they all said lock her up. And I felt, and I could have done it, but I felt it would have been a terrible thing. And then this happened.
He's so kind-hearted, folks. He was so worried about the country. That's why he lied and didn't do what he said he was going to do. No, you just didn't give a shit. You were just pandering, and you weren't worried about it after you got fucking elected. And also, there was no evidence. And also, the president doesn't go around locking people up. Joe Biden had nothing to do with your conviction, all right? It was the state of New York.
To me. And so I may feel differently about it. I can't tell you. I'm not sure I can answer the question. Hillary Clinton, I didn't say lock her up, but the people would all say lock her up, lock her up. Okay. Then we won. And I said pretty openly, I say, all right, come on, just relax. Let's go. We got to make our country great.
No, literally, after you were president, they said that a bunch of times, and you said she should be locked up.
I think it's a lot of people are talking about this piece of the interview because they're saying he actually said you should lock her up, but the point is he didn't.
No, he did. He did say it. He did lock her up. So yeah, he lied about not saying it, and then he lied when he said he was going to lock her up. So he lied twice. You're right about that.
And he didn't after she and Barack Obama and the intel agencies attempted a coup, essentially, on his administration.
You're thinking of January 6th. They literally did not attempt a coup.
So the fact that he saw that coup, the whole Russia hoax, and he still didn't do it, but then this happened to him.
So wouldn't that be a bad thing? If there actually was a good reason to lock criminals up, and he decided not to do it because there were other politicians, he decided that other politicians were above the law, isn't that a horrible thing? Wouldn't that be a horrible precedent to set that certain people are above the law? So even your excuse here makes him look bad.
I think, the whole trial is such a joke. And I think this is about the whole mistrust. I mean, the Bill of Rights applies to Donald Trump as well. Right, he gets to have a fair trial. And he sees all the stuff that's going on in the government. And I think people see him as the only person who could do it because it's been used against him in a way we've never seen before.
It's just amazing how measured he was considering what has been done to him.
So even killed, God damn it, Trump. So low key.
From Russia to 2 impeachments to a raid at Mar-a-Lago to then this conviction on a
so many crimes he's committed. He's so even killed for a hardened criminal.
Stacked 43 counts, and he's able to sit with us for an hour and a half. And
yeah, you gave a criminal an hour and a half on the country's largest news network to lie and defend himself. Who wouldn't take that opportunity?
Introspectively talk about that, but then move to the issues of what he wants to do for the country, because you can really feel in his core wants to have the country's best interests.
I feel in my core, Trump is not in this for himself at all. It's all about the country, folks.
People are reacting to that part of the interview because they're saying, well, he did say lock her up. I find these single cell amoeba level intelligence individuals out there with no real ability to escape 2016's Trump derangement syndrome. What's wrong with you?
We call out liars when we see them, and we don't give them a pass simply because we're in a cult.
Whether or not he said lock her up or not.
He did though. Whether or not is the point. He did say that, and then he lied about it. And he also lied when he said he was going to do it and didn't do it.
It's not the point.
It is the point.
He didn't.
What is wrong with you?
That's the point. He's the presidential candidate, and he's lying. So yes, we can mock him about that and point out that he's lying, right?
Didn't lock her up.
They didn't, even though he said he was going to, so he lied twice.
That's the takeaway.
Right.
Secondarily, he didn't lock her up, and he's saying, but you're trying to lock me up right now. And by the way, we'll see what sentencing says in a month.
Yes,
so
the judicial system's trying to lock up a criminal, right?
Forest or the trees here. What did he say in 2016 is not the point. He didn't lock her up. You are trying to lock him up. And oh, by the way, if you really want to have a freak-out session, why don't you focus on the fact that he said, I don't know what I may do in the future if I'm elected. If I'm elected, you've opened Pandora's box.
Yeah, we're figuring out about that too.
You think Hillary Clinton didn't break any laws? Get out of here.
Then why didn't he try for them? Are you saying that Donald Trump is letting certain people be above the law? Why is that a good thing in your mind? Craziness. And yeah, that just sounds about right, folks. Hey, you got to start locking up your political enemies. And Trump is all like.
And I said, wouldn't it really be bad, you know, with like, as an example, Hillary, with the hammering of her cell phones and all of the things she did. But wouldn't it be terrible to throw the president's wife and the former Secretary of State?
Absolutely not. If they committed crimes, throw them under the fucking jail. What are you talking about?
Think of it. The former Secretary of State, but the president's wife into jail. Wouldn't that be a terrible thing?
No.
But they want to do it.
Right.
So, you know.
That's good. That's a good thing. Locking up criminals, people that break the law, making everybody accountable regardless of how powerful and rich they are, is a good thing, Trump.
No, it's a terrible, terrible path that they're leading us to, and it's very possible that it's going to have to happen to them.
Well, good. Do it. Like, you won't. You're just pandering once again, just like you did before. You're not actually going to follow through on anything you say, but you should. Lock them up, Trump. And then they never hold Trump accountable for anything, folks. This is typical misogynism from Greta Van Susteren. She's like, first, Stormy Daniels is immoral. Cheating with a married man. Yeah, Trump's not immoral for cheating on his wife who just had a baby. But Stormy Daniels, she's a whore for targeting a married man. And poor little Trumpy. What's he gonna do? He had to. His penis made him. He's not responsible. It's that whore Stormy Daniels' fault. But let's make Trump president again. Even though he can't control himself, even though he's not responsible, even though he's a little bitty bean. Let's make him president again, sure. Then she extorts money. Pay me or I'll go public. I mean, honestly, she thought her story was going to go public anyway. She thought they were buying her story in the National Enquirer so they could release it. And then Trump is the one that bought it to keep it quiet. But let's not get bogged down by facts. And now she makes this public statement to further hurt another woman, a wife. Does Stormy Daniels have no conscience? Yeah, Trump, no agency, no responsibility. Meanwhile, just crazy, folks. So Trump is in office when they locked down all the businesses, when they shut down the schools, when they had the mask mandates. I'm going to show you a video after this where he bragged about it multiple times. He's the one that was in charge when Dr. Fauci made recommendations, which he went and implemented. He was the guy at the top. He was 100% fully responsible, bragged about all this, yet they're memory holding it and pretending like he has no agency, and somehow Dr. Fauci was in charge of the government and should be held responsible for all the things that Trump did.
How do we make sure whatever the next crisis is, that bureaucrats don't don't literally grab onto the reins and have control over the American people and the economy and hold us hostage again.
Okay, well, that happened under Trump. So I guess if you're saying, how do we stop bureaucrats from gaining control of the government when Trump is president, then I guess the answer is, don't let Trump be president again? Nah.
Well, you're right. It was devastating. It was devastating not just for the United States, but for the world in general, right? And so the way we do that is we make sure that there's accountability. People have to be fired for some of the decisions that were made, and that is yet to happen.
That's right. People have to be fired. Somebody at the very tippy top. Somebody who was in charge of the government who did that. No, let's let him be president again. That's what we need to do. We need to let the guy who caused all the things we're saying right now, we need to put him back in charge again. Because this time he'll be totally different, folks. And here is bragging about all the things they were just condemning.
I think we did a fantastic job on COVID. Nobody knew. I've been given tremendous credit for the economy, for the military, for foreign policy. The one thing I've never been given credit for was the job we did on COVID. We did a fantastic job with all of the medicines, and if you look at Regeneron, all of the things that we did a fantastic job. I've never been given the credit for that. And basically, I allowed the governors to do their states, and people like Henry McMaster, who was here yesterday, who, by the way, endorsed me. He's the governor of South Carolina. Almost every politician in South Carolina endorsed me, which is a little bit tough for Nikki.
That's right. And also said,
we did the right thing. We closed the country down. I could have kept it open. And I could have done what some countries are doing. I had to shut it down, and we did the right thing. I thought of keeping it open. And we did just the right thing. We closed it down. And a group of very smart people walk in and say, sir, we have to close it. And we did the right thing. They can't do anything without the approval of the President of the United States. Even the Democrats aren't blaming me for that. We had to close it up. Some people wish we never closed it down. We did the right thing. We closed it. It's a decision for the President of the United States. We did the right thing. We had to close it up because nobody's ever heard of closing down a country, let alone the United States of America. We had to turn off the airlines. We had to turn off everything. And we did the right thing. A lot of people have thought about it. Write it out. Don't do anything. Just write it out and think of it as the flu. But it's not the flu. It's vicious. We basically shut down our country. We did the right thing. We had to close it down. The President of the United States calls the shots. And we had to close it down. We did the right thing. They're not working in offices. They're not in airplanes together.
And we did close up. We had to close it up, and we did the right thing.
We closed it down. We did the right thing. We closed it up. We were told to got to shut it down, stop it, tell everyone to stay home because of this horrible virus, and we did that. We had to artificially close our country. We've done this right, and we really have done this right. So we did the right thing.
How do we keep the bureaucrats from shutting down the country again? I know. Let's elect Trump again.
It's totally representing about 100 million people.
Anyway, I'm done with that. There's even more of that. There's so much footage of him taking credit, bragging about it, the very things that Republicans are trying to put Fauci in jail for. It's just bananas. Nothing matters anymore. They have to have a scapegoat, so Trump is not held responsible for anything. Meanwhile, once again, I covered this in the last show. I don't know if this is true or not. Trump verdict makes significant number of Republicans less likely to support him in poll. A Reuters Ipsos survey of registered voters shows that what Americans think about Donald Trump's guilty verdict. Once again, as much as I hate Joe Biden, I hope this is true, begrudgingly, because as horrible as this fucking insane Israeli zombie child murderer is, blah, blah, blah. Good God. Anyway. Not stopping all Trump supporters, though. It's time we put a felon in the White House, says a California sheriff. And yeah, cops are much, much, much more likely to be criminals than the average citizen, of course. So obviously they want other criminals to be in charge. They want carte blanche to commit crime, to get away with everything. And Daddy Trump will help them do that. Anyway, here's this guy's Facebook account calling for a felon to be put in charge.
For the past 30 years, I've been doing everything I could to keep our community safe by arresting criminals and putting them in jail and putting them in prison, keeping them out of our neighborhoods.
You're the criminal motherfucker.
For the last 5 years, I've been very critical about our governor for slashing our budgets from corrections, for letting prisoners out early, for closing our prisons.
You can't imprison everybody.
I've been critical of our state legislature for passing laws to make it harder to put people in prison.
That's a good thing.
Critical for their changing laws that let prisoners out early.
Of course, you're a shithead.
And I've been critical for our Attorney General for
Fascist.
seemingly not caring about crime and really being an embarrassment to law enforcement.
You're an embarrassment to humans.
And this love affair that our governor and our state legislature have with criminals is based on the belief that criminals are not responsible for their own actions. They're a victim of society. And really, it's our fault. It's society's fault. It's business's fault. It's cops' fault.
You're the criminals mostly.
It might be my fault. Law enforcement, apparently, if you listen to our governor, is systemically racist. If you listen to our legislature, our laws are systemically racist. Our judicial system is systemically racist.
That's a fact.
All of these people that are being put in jail are because of law enforcement bias and DA bias and all of these things. And so they let them out. They give them food. They give them housing. They give them money. They give them drugs and alcohol now. And I got to be honest, I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired. And I'm wondering if I'm having a change of heart and deciding that, you know what, maybe I've been wrong. And I think I'm going to change teams. I know it's going to make some of you angry. I know that you're going to be mad at me.
I'll come all on your
but
mustache.
I'm going to change teams. I think they're onto something, but I don't think they're doing enough. I think that we need to go big. You know me, go big or go home. You're the biggest, you do the best, you're the best at everything, and you might as well do something right if you're going to do it. And I'm all in. And I hope that you're all with me. I hope that you all have this change of heart. You all feel that this is definitely the right thing to do, and you come alongside me in this venture. And I think it's time that instead of letting them out of jail and giving them alcohol and drugs and everything else, I think it's time we put a felon in the White House.
Yeah, super cool.
Trump 2024, baby.
Trump 2024, baby.
Let's save this country.
Let's
and
save
make America great again.
Let's make America great. Let's put a felon in the White House. We're law and order, baby. I'm definitely just now changing my mind. I haven't been a chud all the fuck along.
Just good God. Defund these motherfuckers. Stat. And then you guys remember when Trump did the interview with Epoch TV, run by the Falun Gong cult? Remember that shit? Epoch TV is a right-wing news organization that puts out anti-vaccine, pro-Trump, MAGA propaganda. Remember that? Remember they're all together? Well, you're going to laugh, but it turns out the entire thing was a giant criminal enterprise. Yeah. The Epoch Times stole $67 million from Americans' unemployment benefits. They bought basically from these thieves who were stealing American unemployment benefits, and then they were laundering the money through the Epoch Times and then funneling it through their bank. They had a department named Making Money Online that then laundered it through cryptocurrency and prepaid debit cards. Their CFO was just indicted, folks. We are all so surprised. Yes, the Epoch Times CFO indictment is wild. Feds say Epoch Times had a Make Money Online team that funded a huge part of the Falun Gong affiliated MAGA outlet budget through money laundering fraudulent debit cards. So, yeah, we are. It's all of them are corrupt, folks. All of them. That's par for the course for conservatives. That's who rules us. The criminals are in charge of the whole fucking thing. Nobody should be surprised. Meanwhile, this is what brainworms do to you. Cat turd. Can't believe I was saying that out loud. Cat turd is like a Dr. Fauci lied about 6 foot social distancing. He did not. We already know that COVID was spread through spit, and the further you're away from people, the less likely you are to spit on them and get your droplets and spray on them and make them sick. So that was true. Dr. Fauci lied about masks. He didn't, at least until the virus mutated. Masks were somewhat effective. Dr. Fauci lied about ivermectin. He didn't. Ivermectin is great for like river blindness, for parasites. It doesn't do anything for COVID, and you shouldn't take ivermectin instead of the vaccine. He was right about that. Dr. Fauci lied about the lab leak. He didn't. He was open-minded about whether the lab leak happened or not. Dr. Fauci lied about lockdowns. Trump did lockdowns. You just heard 20 videos of Trump admitting it. Dr. Fauci lied about natural immunity. He didn't. Natural immunity is fine, but you don't want to catch this disease if you can avoid it, right? Dr. Fauci lied about the gain of function. He did not. Dr. Fauci lied about the vaccines. You mean Trump's vaccines they took credit for? Okay, then lock Trump up for that. Dr. Fauci lied about the vaccine side effects. You mean Trump vaccine? Okay, then let's not let Trump be president again. Dr. Fauci lied about the deadly hospital protocol. You mean the one that Trump implemented? Dr. Fauci is a piece of shit evil demon who belongs in prison. So everything that Trump did, they blame Fauci for. Because Trump can't be responsible for anything. Fauci made him do it. But like if Trump is that easy to lead, if he's that bad of a judge of character, why would you want him back in the White House? Because none of it makes any sense. They are not about anything. Whatever they can do to get engagement and make money on X, that's what they'll do. Meanwhile, apparently Hunter Biden is going on trial. But get this, folks. The Republicans are putting him on trial for a gun charge. A gun charge! These fucking hypocrites. And even Lindsey Graham. Even Lindsey Graham is admitting that he shouldn't be on trial for a gun charge. If he wasn't Joe Biden's son, they would never lock him up for a gun charge. Let's see if this is the video for that. The first criminal trial of Hunter Biden, the son of President Joe Biden, is set to begin in Delaware. The president's son will stand trial on federal charges of illegal possessing a firearm. What hypocrites? He will become the first child of a sitting U.S. president to criminally tried and is pleaded not guilty to the charges. Just so stupid. They don't even believe like school shooters should have their guns taken away from them. They don't even believe people that are imminent threats should have their guns taken away from them. Yet they're going to trial Hunter Biden for a gun charge. Just good God. No consistency, no integrity whatsoever. And I hate Hunter Biden. I don't like this motherfucker. Lock his ass up, but lock him up for like tax evasion. That's what they lock us all up for, not gun charges. But hey, you know what, folks? They mad that Joe Biden and Hunter Biden have better lawyers, have a better legal team than Trump did, who have a better idea of how not to get convicted. And also, they have a perfect opportunity to be racist as shit. Here's Jesse Waters blaming black people for the fact that Hunter Biden's probably going to get off.
It's called jury nullification. It's when you pick a jury that will give you a not guilty verdict.
Very smart.
They know you're guilty, but they just disagree with the law.
Bullshit, so fuck it.
The strategy plays on the racial makeup of the jury, which is mostly black, as well as the Biden's influence in Delaware. The hope is this jury won't convict for a drug-related crime.
They shouldn't.
Everybody in Delaware knows the Bidens. That's why Jill and Ashley are sitting front row. But that's not all. Okay. The Biden family brought Mouse to court.
Mouse?
Mouse is a Delaware legend.
Oh, hell no.
Joe Biden was the best man at his wedding.
He ain't got no teeth.
Mouse runs Delaware's NAACP and has been involved in the community for decades.
All right, that sounds cool.
They want every black juror to see Mouse sitting with the Bidens.
Okay, that's very smart.
If you can get the jury on your side, all of a sudden, this case is not a slam dunk.
I know, right?
It's called jury nullification.
Great idea. They're so bad, folks. If only Trump had paid his lawyers, he could find some people to represent him. Maybe he could find a good legal basis to get off, but nah, let's just get mad at people for being competent. Meanwhile, it's starting here. Handmaid's Tale. First abortion illegal. Now they're going to make contraception illegal. The Democrats tried to protect birth control in the Senate, and they rejected it, folks, because they're going after it. No more birth control pill for you ladies. You'll be barefoot and pregnant. You will have your rapist babies, and you will like it, lady, or we'll lock you up. We'll let the rapist go free, but we'll lock you up. So rape babies for everybody. Hooray, America. Did you guys see this? Apparently, Republicans are now claiming that the Black Panthers founding member David Hibbert is backing Donald Trump for president, calling him an ally of the black population. This was spread all over social media. 63,000 likes everywhere that's going around. But it turns out he has dementia, and he doesn't even know what day it is. And when he was talking about Donald Trump, he was talking about Donald Trump from the 60s. And his grandson went public to say, yeah, this is not true at all. Here's him with his grandfather saying this is not true.
So, hey. My name is Eric Jones, and this is my grandfather.
David Hilliard.
All right. And my grandfather, David, is clearing up some of the air that Miss Carol Mitchell may have kind of stirred while she's misrepresenting some of his views on Donald Trump and these 34 guilty verdict accounts. So anything that he spoke with her about Donald Trump was about in 1960, in which Donald Trump assisted the Black Panther Party. You can tell the story a little better than me.
Donald Trump was our realtor as such, and most of the properties that we lived in Harlem belonged to Donald Trump, and that's how our relationship came into existence.
And that is purely speaking in terms of the past. That is not a nod of support to any of today's political climate and with Donald Trump or with any other candidate.
That's correct. There's one person that's in New York. His name is Doug McHenry. He knows Trump. As a matter of fact, I think he introduced Trump to the Black Panther Party. His name is Doug McHenry.
Okay. And again, this is not a nod of support to any political affiliate on either side. This is purely historical based upon Donald Trump. What Miss Carol had done, she will be receiving a cease and desist letter from any type of communication here on further with my grandfather, and it's not okay. Thank you. Let's sign off.
Thank you and goodbye.
Elder abuse. They have no fucking shame. Anything to get elected they will do, folks. Just garbage. And that is my Chud Watch. And out of context, yep, totally out of context. Dude doesn't even know what year it is. He supports Trump, the Black Panthers. Trump is the candidate of the black man. Just so fucking stupid. They'll cart people with dementia and 50 Cent out. Yep, no fucking shame. Yeah, it seems like a sweet old man, definitely. And they don't want no part of that. And yep, Donald Trump was a slumlord, got sued for being racist as shit back in the day. That was Bobby Seale. Something Hillard. I guess another man that founded the Black Panthers. And all right, folks, move right along. I need to make another riding with Biden picture. I can't get any of the AI programs to draw funny pictures of Trump or Biden anymore. During the election, they've turned off any ability to make pictures of them, period. So I can't make a picture of him driving off a cliff, but riding with Biden. Biden imposes sweeping asylum ban at U.S.-Mexico border. So basically, Biden is doing a, I'll just read it. U.S. President Joe Biden on Tuesday instituted a broad asylum ban on migrants caught illegally crossing the U.S.-Mexican border, a major enforcement move in the run-up to November elections that will decide control of the White House. Migrants caught crossing illegally could be quickly deported or turned back to Mexico under the measure. He was trying to do this before. They had the bipartisan deal that they worked out with Republicans in order to pass all this stuff. And then Donald Trump said, no, don't do it. We want the country to be worse. We want more migrants to come in so we can hammer the Democrats with it. And so all the Republicans backed out of their own deal. And so now Joe Biden doing whatever he can so he doesn't bleed from this politically. So he's making more draconian measures that are very Trumpian in order to deport more asylum seekers, which shouldn't be done. I mean, if you're trying to flee your country for fear of death, trying to make a better life from you and your family, there's a system set up. You should be welcome to do that. And also, we know that migrants helped us not be in a recession. They're the ones that came in, boosted the economy. We know we have an aging demographic here. We need blood from outside the United States to help take care of our old people, pay Social Security taxes and whatnot because we're not having enough children. It doesn't matter. It's all fear-mongering, and Biden, is evil, so he's playing right the fuck into it. But it doesn't matter, Biden. It doesn't matter what you do. They're still going to lie about you. They're still going to say shit like this about you on America's largest cable news program.
Remember the old liberal line, so you want to round up millions of people and try to deport them? Well, now Americans apparently saying, si se puede. And of course, they blame Biden bigly, as they should. Hispanic Americans who are here legally are just as traumatized, by the way, as other Americans.
In El Paso, it's become a huge problem to where, you know, we've had break-ins. I've been here for 30 years. Yeah, my whole life.
Break-ins, and I know is illegal, y'all. I know it was. How do you know?
I've lived here, and, you know, this is not something that we've really had to, like, worry about.
Is it possible that the economy's kind of crappy because inflation's so high that some thieving crimes have gone up?
You know, like, hey, we got to make sure everything's locked up, or hey, make sure, like, when you're walking around, if you're in the dark, like, be careful, like, because you just don't know anymore. Like, it's scary.
I'm not scared.
You bet it's scary, but voters are also angry.
I'm not scared at all.
And they blame the guy who opened the spigots for dozens of countries.
He literally did.
The guy who gave corrupt foreign leaders a gift.
Nothing changed. He has the same exact policies that Trump did.
An easy way to export their problems here by just emptying their prisons
That never happened.
and insane asylums.
That didn't happen.
That this endangered Americans or somehow overwhelmed our system, our schools, our health care. That didn't matter to Biden and his open borders, America-hating fanatics who work for him. Because their sole goal was to fundamentally change this country. Remember, the country that they consider systemically racist and wicked. So they flooded America with what they hope will be future Democrat voters in order to create...
This is the white supremacy great replacement theory. They're doing straight up white supremacy on Fox News. I know they always have, but God, it's so naked.
A permanent majority. And what will that do? Well, that's going to render your vote meaningless.
That's right. The brown people going to make your vote not count. So go be racist toward them. Be very afraid. Abuse them. Whatever you have to do, just be scared of the brownies, white people.
And yes, Democrats, every single one of them who's honest, they want illegals to vote as soon as possible. Oh, yeah.
Illegals can't vote. That's not in the rules. And I do not want illegals to vote. I would like anybody who wants to come be a good citizen and contribute to the United States to become a citizen, and then they can vote, sure.
Now that's coming. That's the plan. Thus, nothing that Biden said today about the border matters. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's an election year. Biden has no intention of limiting the number of people coming here, let alone stopping asylees from getting...
But it doesn't matter, Biden. It doesn't matter what the fuck you do. They're not going to give you credit for it. But whatever. You do you, butcher Biden. And then, folks... If you're hoping Biden wins, good news. Joe Biden suddenly leads Donald Trump in multiple battleground states. The swing states, now several of them have Joe Biden up. I don't know if this is going to stick. I don't know if this is real or not, but I covered it when Trump was ahead in the swing states, and I'll definitely cover it when Joe Biden is ahead. Obviously, polls are not set in stone. They're just weather vanes to which way the wind is blowing in the country. And good. It's blowing in the right direction now, so maybe we will avoid a Trump presidency. Cross your fingers that we only get the child murderer. And that is my Chud Watch. Hell yeah, rolling right along, folks. I wish Democrats were the cool Republicans, fearmonger about them. Yeah, I know, right? Try to make them seem so cool, but nah. They're just Republican light, basically. She doesn't even make sense. She ain't trying to. She's trying to scare old people like my grandmother who thinks she's dating Tucker Carlson. They don't even know where the fuck they're at. That's the whole point of it. She's rumored to be a bit of a lush. Isn't that the whole Fox News team? Her and wine judge, Janine. And all right, let's move along, folks. Already gone on longer than I thought I was. 9:42. Hell. All right, let's do a little religious bullshit. All the motherfuckers religious bullshit, religious bullshit, religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. Dynamite! And first off, on tonight's religious bullshit, I know what you guys have been thinking. You've been thinking, I wonder what that sexy motherfucker Jesus wears when he's in heaven. We all thinking it. Well, luckily, Jesus talks to only a select few people. The most special among us, the chosen. Like this lady who hangs out with Jesus all the fucking time and knows exactly what his wardrobe is like. Let's have a listen.
Let's talk about what Jesus wears when he is in heaven. My name's Dakota Lee. I have a gift to see into the spiritual world beyond, and I have been visiting heaven. God's been letting me since I was 12 years old.
I believe you.
And I love hanging out with Jesus.
I bet. Who wouldn't?
When Jesus is in heaven, he often wears his hair back in a low ponytail.
Oh, gay?
And he'll wear sandals. He'll often be barefoot.
Nasty.
And he'll wear very loose-fitting clothing. I've seen him in an actual like tunic plenty of times. But he will dress sometimes for the occasion.
Oh, like what
This
occasion?
one time, just because he wanted to make me laugh, he appeared to me in a cowboy hat.
You're so special.
And I love horses, but it was I
shit.
love cowboy hats, but it was so weird to see him.
Weird that Jesus showed up to her in a cowboy hat just for her. Oh my God, she's so special, y'all. I wish we could be as special as she is.
Matt, Jesus definitely has a sense of humor.
So funny.
But one thing about Jesus, he told me,
what?
He does not like tight-fitting clothes.
What? Jesus don't like no tight-fitting clothes? Why not? Shows off the junk. Maybe he's fat, body conscious. Jesus, need to do some more CrossFit. I get it, CrossFit. Shut up. Anyway, next up, let's skip over. So Hank Human basically is saying that because he did something, the devil attacked a town.
And you got to remember something that was
happening.
happening.
None of that matters. Shut up. I don't even want to hear you. All I want to do is focus on his dyed-ass eyebrows and hair. Oh, my God. Somebody went to the beauty parlor looking like, the fuck's that guy's name who's in Russia? Drawing a blank. I'm so bad at names. Anyway, it looks terrible. Looks terrible. You know, that guy does a keto. What's his name? The karate guy. Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal looks like Steven Seagal. It's so ridiculous. Just be natural. It looks so much better. Look at my natural hair that definitely doesn't have any powder in it or has had any kind of surgery. Look at it. It looks so much better than your dyed bullshit. I already said it. You guys are too late. Fuck you. And then I don't know. I can never remember anybody's name. I guess because I don't give a shit what your name is. I can see your face, but like I have a name aphasia. And I'm gonna skip that one. Fuck that one. All right, let's just move along, folks. That's all my religious bullshit. Got to get a move on. We got to do the after party here in a second, and I'm hot as fuck. So we're gonna do a trash world, what the fuck, Karen combo coming up, and then finish it off with a couple heroes and a couple palate cleansers. So we still got plenty of show if you want to get super chats in. But for now, let's see. I can nail this. All right, let's see. Let me do it right. Oh, I don't have trash word anymore. Okay. This is the old computer, so I don't have trash word though. Trash world! The trash world! Dumpster fire, it's hellish! Trash world! What the fuck?
It's
Karen!
You should be Karen.
Nailed it. Perfect the first time. And first off, on Trash World, what the fuck, Karens? Folks, they just burning your money. This is why we can't have socialized medicine. This is why we can't feed the hungry, house the homeless. Because they're literally taking our tax dollars and just burning it. The Prosper Police Department shows off their $689,000 multi-purpose vehicle at the annual Chrome and Coffee Car Show. They will use this 0 times ever. They have so much money, they literally can just throw it away on anything. This is what we deserve as a people. As long as we let these pieces of shit abuse us, we'll always get this fucking result. And another great example. They abuse us and then they force us to pay for it. Never held accountable for anything. Remember that woman they handcuffed and put in the back of the police car and then let her get run over by a train? Remember that shit? Well, now we, the taxpayers, have to pay $8.5 million. The cops got off scot-free. Abuse us, beat our asses, have a train run us over, and make us pay for it. What a scam. What a racket. And then, what level of deadbeat dad is this? By the way, this is the what the fuck section, which is about to be completely obvious. So this lady, so she's like, she gets a message from a dude. You bad! Are you single? And for those of you who are incredibly white, unlike me, bad means you're hot as shit. I want to fuck your brains into the dirt. That's some white translation. You bad! Are you single? To which she said, you know I'm Talasia, your daughter. Oh, snap. How you don't recognize? To which he says, no, you not. To which she says, Monique is my mom. And he's like, Tink, you look so different. I'm sorry. Send me some pics. What? Oh, no. Don't send that man any pics. Block your daddy. What the fuck? And then finish us off with a Karen. Apparently another one of these Karens don't want this lady to use the bathroom on her floor because she black. It's a public restroom, but you're not allowed to use our restroom. Go use the restroom on your own floor, blackie.
I guess I can't be in this bathroom because people steal. Whatever fucking law firm is upstairs on the 3rd floor.
Can I ask who you report to so that I can call the law firm to?
Yep, I just told him that. Okay. I can't use this bathroom because of what? Because of what?
Your floor bathroom.
Who? Why do I have to stay on my floor? Because of what? Why?
Why would you not stay on your floor?
Why do I have to stay on my floor? It's a bathroom. I can use the bathroom. They know me particularly. What you mean me particularly? What?
I asked you to please not use our bathroom.
I can use whatever bathroom I want to use. This is the law firm I work. This is look. Please contact security. I work here. You sound stupid. Yeah, please go down there. Thank you. Tell them I'm taking a shit in this bathroom.
Go tell security I'm taking a shit, white lady. Mind your business, Karen. What are you, the poop police? You on Dookie Patrol? Don't make me channel that awesome black lady that was on the after party of the last show. And, all right, I'm going to go ahead and finish it off, folks. Let's do some heroes.
We could be heroes just for one day.
And first off, on tonight's heroes, big ups to Lily Greenberg Call. Biden was my boss. I resigned because as a Jew, I cannot endorse the Gaza catastrophe. The president has weaponized the idea of Jewish safety to justify the atrocity in Gaza. I could no longer stand by it. Hell yeah. Thank you, Queen. Everybody should resign. Everybody should make a public statement like this. Let their voice be heard. Meanwhile, big ups to Eric Swalwell, who they tried to overtalk, who they tried to shut down, while he just preached the gospel.
Do you believe in states' rights, except when a jury in that state convicts your nominee for president? You might be in a cult. If you claim you back the blue but want to defund the police when the police go to your nominee's house to retrieve national security secrets, you might be in a cult. If you're supporting a guy whose felony convictions prevent him from getting a security clearance, you might be in a cult. And if the guy you're supporting for president has felony convictions that prevent him from going to Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Cambodia, Canada, Chile, China, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Egypt, Ethiopia, Hong Kong,
my motion
India,
takes precedent.
Indonesia, Iran, Ireland, Israel, Japan, Kenya, Macau, Malaysia, Mexico, Morocco, Nepal, New Zealand, Peru, Philippines, Singapore, South Africa, South Korea, Taiwan, Tanzania, Tunisia, Turkey, Ukraine, United Arab Emirates, and the UK.
The gentleman from Kentucky is recognized for 5 minutes.
And that's so crazy. You hear that list of countries that felons cannot visit? Can you imagine electing a president that can't visit like half the countries on Earth? Good God, America. Surely we're not this fucking stupid, but I'd put nothing past us. And then lastly on the heroes, I love these queens. I don't know who they are. They got their own podcast, though. And they are reading the fuck out of J.K. Rowling. I guess they're on Matt. No, that's Matt. I know who that guy is. He was also on their podcast. Is it I've Had It With Podcasts? Is that who they are? And they are hosted by Jennifer Welch and Angie Pump Sullivan. Hell yeah. See you next Tuesday and Thursday. That's cut with 2 T's. Anyway, let's let them cook.
J.K. Rowling, what the fuck is going on there? We haven't talked about this on the podcast. I don't get it.
I don't understand
What is her deal?
J.K. Rowling has spent 5 years, the last 5 years, basically all day, every day,
just ranting about the transgenders on Twitter. And it is a fucking wild spectacle.
It's unhinged. I'm a woman. I'm a progressive woman. I always vote for women's rights. I would consider myself to be a feminist. I am not in any way, shape, or form threatened, nor is my femininity by the existence of trans women.
That's what I don't get about all this. It's like you're manufacturing somewhere to put your rage.
I think she is genuinely convinced that trans people, and I think especially trans women, are like going to start attacking cis women in the streets or
She
something.
doesn't believe that, though. She's just a broke brain, anti-woke mind virus victim. Her ego is so big, she got shit on by the trans community, and she just could not let it go. Like so many people, like Richard Dawkins, like so many of them. And so they just double and triple down. It becomes their whole personality. Their whole life is pathetic.
Like, I think she is convinced that this is like a real issue. And to be clear, listener, it is not.
It isn't. But I don't think she believes either. I think it's all bullshit to feed her ego, but she just can't back down. It's a sunk cost fallacy. She's invested too much into it. And that is my heroes. Hell yeah. Last chance to get super chats in. We got 2 palate cleansers. Prepare to be cleansed, my children, from all the horrors we have just seen. First off, apparently these people have a pet llama that they invited to their wedding. And they got a cute little suit for it with hands and shit. That's adorable. You can't see it because the cat's in the way. But just, you see it up here. It looks the same down there. The cat's covering up. But up here, look. Got little hands. That llama polite as fuck. I heard they spit, though. Don't let it spit on you. Seems bad. Oh, we can just zoom in. There we go. That's cute. That's cute. And then from the I'm not crying, you're crying files, apparently these 2 people have been living in a small studio for 2 years. And the mom bought a house or rented a house. I don't know. Gave the kid his own room, moved all his shit in it without him knowing, and is showing it to him for the first time. Here's the reaction.
Who's this for?
That's your new room.
Wait, you own this house now?
This is your room.
What?
This is your very own room.
Serious?
Yeah.
No, you're keeping it.
No, I'm not.
No, you're keeping it.
Mom moved all your stuff here. Stuff boxes for your toys.
But where's all my toys?
They're in your bucket. Look in the bucket. This is your room.
It's so funny. Wait.
Can you believe it?
This is your bedroom?
Yeah.
What, but I want to stop to sleep in my own bed.
Mom will still fall asleep with you, okay?
There's a bathtub!
He really needs a bath.
Are you so happy? Are you so happy?
He's happy. He's speechless.
I'm happy too.
Don't know what to say, and that's good. I'm sorry he didn't have a home until now, but I'm glad he finally got one. That's sweet. Thank you for sharing that with us. And all right, folks, all the stuff from here all the way down to here, all this is the after party. So still plenty of show to go for those of you who are special enough to be a patron or got one of those free memberships. So many passed out tonight. So be sure to join me on the after party, which is happening right now after I read these super chats and do a quick kitty party. So let's read the super chats. If you bail out, please hit the like button. Please leave comments because it helps the algorithm. Please share my videos on your social media. Please hit the bell because the bell lets you know supposedly that my show is on. All the things you know what to do. Please do it. Best wish to the kiddies. Thank you, Mr. Garrick. Appreciate it. 666, Hail Satan. Hell yeah, BBC. Because hail Satan. I'm way ahead of you. That's why I love you all. Good night. Love you, BBC. Thank you for your generosity as always. Stay loud. Hanging since 2008. Hell yeah. 15 years still going, and 10 more from Dave. Love you, Dave. Appreciate you. Everybody show up to that party and give Dave your love. Eric Moyer, $10. What up, Eric? Good to see you tonight. Appreciate you. Sending me some love to the world's greatest show. Hell yeah. You the world's greatest dude, Joe Bot. 5 more from Jay Donkey. And Donkey, you awesome as always. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you. Cat Terror for President is VP King Asteroid 2024. We definitely deserve to be destroyed if we let that motherfucker in the White House, or Trump, or Biden, anything. Basically, asteroid is the important part. And Age Orange, thank you for getting in at the end. You rock. 10 from Loki. I've been binge watching your archive, so take my British money. It has a picture of an inbred king god. Is it the sausage fingers one? I'll still spend it. I'll spend the shit out of this sausage finger money. Thank you, Loki. Don't kill your brother. Robert Madwell, E will be coming back. Destiny is too sexy to stay away. I mean, who's he going to watch? Like, literally. I feel okay with the competition. So, if he finds somebody better to watch, then he should go watch him. Sorry about E's situation. Oh, that's your fault. So, you should be sorry. Mikhail Ball, if that is your real name. Michael Ball, whatever your name is. Hugh Allen, screw racist apologies for war criminals. Don't join the army. It mess you up. I already read that. Cool. I agree. Anything pop up before we go? Skip the ads, of course. Why the fuck would I watch an ad? Why are there ads on my show? I hate this. I hate everything about this. There should be no ads on the show. And, all right, best wishes to your kiddies. I read that. All right, cool. I think I'm caught up. Hell yeah. All right, folks, we'll be back Friday for another episode of the world's greatest show coming at you. We do it 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. So if YouTube doesn't tell you the show's on, just know it's on and show up. Also, join me on Facebook and Twitter. Facebook at Cult of Dusty, Twitter at Cult of Dusty 1. There are links in the description of the video to all my shit. Go join me because I tell when the show's on. So if YouTube doesn't notify you, you can know it's on. And you don't want to miss it because you missed the live shit. You don't see all the drama. You need to see it. Unfriends suck. Yep. Friends are overrated. Unfriendly atheists. No wonder you're so unfriendly. There you go, Miss Katana. Tonight at the kitty party, we got Katana, Misty, and Cece. We got new cats. All new cats. 1, 2, 3 new cats. And I got some shitty-ass tuna stuff. Let's see if they like that. But first off, let me go ahead and play the old theme song. This is Experience Machine. It is also on my SoundCloud. For those of you who listen to the show in audio and listen to all my songs, there's a link in the description of the video to that too. So you can go check that out. Go! I don't know where the fuck is the volume button on this motherfucker? There's no volume button on it now. Oh, here it is, down here. I'm stupid. All right. Hell yeah! But folks, I'll be back on Friday for another episode of the world's greatest show. Be sure to make plans to join me this week and every week. But we gonna do what we do and kill it. Don't miss it. You'll regret it. Go to my Patreon. It'll make you feel good in your bones. Support the cat. Join the Patreon. Join the resistance. The revolution starts now. Fuck yes. My hands smell like tuna. Disgusting. I would lick it, but I don't. Yeah. Anyway. See you guys at the other party. Good night. I got another one over here, but he's just sitting there. My cats are so spoiled, they don't even come around for the fucking treats anymore. They're so fat, they barely even eat now because they're so spoiled. They're like, we get it. Weirdos. Y'all, see you after the party. Switch over now.